Hello beautiful souls, it's your girl Janae coming at you with another video, and as you can tell by the title, this video is going to be all about my most complimented fragrances thus far. These are the best summer fragrances, the most beautiful fragrances for women in the summer, and you guys, I get so many compliments when I wear each and every one of these fragrances. So if you guys are interested in seeing what scents I have in today's list, then go ahead and just keep on watching. So if you are new to my channel, hello again. My name is Janae. Welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for clicking back onto another video. I truly appreciate you guys' support. So if you have not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and join the family, and give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more videos from moi. Now let's get into it because y'all, I have some stories. As always, I'm going to start off with my scent of the day. And if you have not already, leave me your scent of the day down below because I would love to know what you guys are wearing today or tonight whenever you're watching this. I absolutely love this first fragrance. This is probably one of the most complimented fragrances of 2023 thus far. And I think it's because of just how delicious it smells. Women like it, men like it. It's just an all-around great fragrance. So the first fragrance that I'm going to talk to you guys about is Velvet Vanilla from Mancera. You guys, this fragrance is a gorgeous, sweet, floral, fruity fragrance. It's vanillic. It really exudes femininity in my opinion, but in that sweet, slightly gourmand way. This fragrance opens up with some pear, some black currant. You also get a little bit of pink pepper, some angelica. So you get a little bit of spice, you get some clove in there, you get a little fruitiness. But then as the fragrance dries down, that's where those white florals start to come out. You get some neroli, you get a very delicious bubblegummy tuberose, and you also get some jasmine and some rose. So it's very floral dominant in the mid, but for me, what really stands out is that tuberose. It literally smells like bubblegum, which I love. And then in the deep dry down, you get this delicious vanilla. It's like a cakey vanilla. It's very yummy, along with some white musk. But the compliment that stood out to me the most was when I was run down by a father whose son is in my daughter's class, and you know, he asked me what was I wearing. I told this story before, but long story short, he told me I smelled like cake. So if you want to smell like cake, a bubblegummy cake, if that sounds good to you, then I think Velvet Vanilla will be for you. Now this scent is extremely strong, but I love that because it lasts all day and it really just develops into this beautiful vanilla that is just to die for. So this is Velvet Vanilla from Mancera, and you guys, she is one of my most complimented fragrances, but for a great reason. Since we're on the Mancera train, the next fragrance is also a Mancera fragrance, but it's the last Mancera fragrance for today, and this scent is one that I have literally been asked every single time I wore this fragrance, what was I wearing? So Mancera seems to be the most complimented brand that I have. There's another fragrance that I was complimented on multiple times, but I'm going to talk about that in my Mancera house review because it's no point of having this video full of Manceras, you know? But the next fragrance that I'm going to talk to you guys about is Amber Fever, and this fragrance is actually the first Mancera fragrance that I was interested in, but I got two others before I got this one. You guys, this fragrance is a warm, spicy, boozy scent. It's vanillic. It has some florals in there, but overall you just get this sweet, boozy, floral fragrance, slightly woody. It's really pretty. I love the resinous touch that's in here as well from the amber, but it kind of comes off vanillic. It's just amazing. I really love how this fragrance wears from the opening until the deep dry down. Now this fragrance opens up with some whiskey. This has caramel, but this also has some hazelnut and some tonka beans. So you get this sweetness from the caramel, you get this booziness from the whiskey, but then you get a little powderiness but sweetness from the tonka beans, and you get a nice slight nuttiness from the hazelnuts. It's not too much, but it's very alluring. It's very sexy. It's very intriguing. And then as the fragrance dries down, you get some violet, you get some jasmine, and you get some rose. And to me, those notes just really make the fragrance slightly more gender fluid, a little bit more feminine, because the opening, if you don't like boozy scents, can kind of be overwhelming, but I really feel like the florals kind of uplift the fragrance a little bit more. And then in the base, that's where you get that amber, you get some teak wood, you get some oak moss, and then you also get some of that musk. So for me personally, the base isn't super earthy, but I do get something that's kind of earthy. What really stands out to me though is that amber. It's sweet, it's slightly vanillic in my opinion, but it also also has this nice resinous touch. The whiskey note really stays throughout the fragrance, which allows the scent to be very boozy and just delicious in my opinion. And then I also kind of get a Baccarat Rouge 540 vibe. I know a lot of fragrances are compared to Baccarat Rouge 540, but I had Instant Crush maybe like 3 years ago. Yeah, it's been like 3 years now. And to me, it was just a little too intense. But now that it's 3 years later, I wouldn't mind adding that back to my collection. But I feel like if Instant Crush was too much for you, if you smelled that one, try Amber Fever because it's slightly like that. It's kind of like that Baccarat Rouge 540 vibe, but it has this added whiskey note. This isn't boozy like Angel Share is, but this does have that whiskey type of vibe. It's kind of like humming in the background, but it gives this fragrance a nice twist that smells amazing. I really enjoy it. This is one that I've been complimented so many times on. I know that a lot of gentlemen like this fragrance, but I enjoy this scent as well because it just smells so good on me. And so many people have asked me what I was wearing. The compliment that really sticks into my head is when I went to UPS to drop off a fragrance because I did a declutter, and the woman at UPS was like, "What are you wearing? That smells so good." Literally had to write it down for her because she would not let me leave without having the name of this fragrance. So this is Amber Fever from Mancera, and you guys, this is a stunner. Hopping into this next scent, this fragrance is one that my mom loves. Like, my mom wants a bottle of this right now, and it's extremely affordable, so she might get one sooner or later. But this is Choco Musk from Al Rehab. This fragrance is literally just a hot chocolate bomb. This smells like Swiss Miss. It smells like hot chocolate powder before you add the milk and everything. This is a sweet, powdery, slightly vanillic scent. It's chocolatey. It's really, really nice. This is very cozy and comforting to me, and this just screams like chilling, and this is a fragrance that I've been complimented on, but this is more of like, you just smell really good, like you smell really yummy. So if you want to smell delicious, if you want to smell gourmand, if you want to smell yummy, I think this is a great option. Right now, being in the summertime, I would exclusively wear this for nighttime or on cooler rainy days. Yeah, this is very, very nice. I really, really enjoy this fragrance, and for this to only be about 15 to 17 bucks, like, you cannot beat it. It's so worth every single penny. This smells more expensive than it is, but if you don't like powdery scents, if you don't like the idea of smelling like hot chocolate powder, then you won't like this scent at all. I'm just letting you know that now because I really enjoy the fragrance, but it can get a little too powdery on certain people depending on how your body reacts to it. But for me, what really stands out is that like cacao, like chocolatey type of vibe. This to me smells like a milk chocolate and not like a dark chocolate. So that's kind of what I like about this fragrance. It's very creamy and milky, but it's powdery at the same time, which kind of allows this fragrance to be a little unique to me. This is one of the most delicious fragrances that I have in my collection, and it's one of the most affordable. So get your hands on this if you have not already, and if the idea of smelling like hot chocolate sounds good to you, then this might be a winner. This next scent is one that is so pretty to me. This is an underrated fragrance from the house. I think more people need to talk about it. I have a full dedicated review on this scent, so I'm not going to go into too much depth because I have a whole video exclusively on this fragrance. And let me know if you guys enjoy dedicated reviews because I would love to get some more out to you guys. But this next fragrance is Velvet Tonka from BDK. Again, I really believe that this scent is underrated from the house. More people need to talk about this scent, and we need to get on it. This fragrance is a floral, nutty scent. It also has a little bit of powderiness. It has some floral touches, and this is woody as well. This scent to me is just beautiful. The almond kind of comes off cherry-like, but it's still almondy at the same time. And you also get some orange blossom in the top. And then as the fragrance dries down, that's where you get that rose along with that tobacco. And the tobacco is slightly smoky. It's not ashy or anything like that. It's a very nice tobacco. And then in the base, that's where you get those woody notes. You get that amber wood, you get some vanilla, and of course you get that tonka bean. So this scent to me is just perfect. This is the type of scent that I think is like a nice everyday fragrance. You can dress this up, you can dress this down. You can wear this in the high heat, but you can also wear this in the cooler weather. Now, if I wear this in high heat, I'm probably still gonna overspray, but if you're wearing this to the office, I probably wouldn't overspray it. I would just spray it modestly and you will smell amazing. So I wore this fragrance when I went to Dallas with my girlfriends, and if you haven't checked that video out, I'll leave that video up in the eye in the sky for you to check out. But I talked about this fragrance and how I wore it to Texas and it just smelled amazing and I got complimented on and blah blah blah. This fragrance is definitely a compliment getter, and I really think that people haven't smelled fragrances like this. Tonka beans is a note that when it's a prominent note in a fragrance, I feel like people find it to be unique because we don't really get many tonka bean heavy fragrances. So this is gorgeous to me. I really enjoy it, and I really really think that you should check this out if you have not already, especially if you like sweet, powdery, woody, floral scents with a little bit of nuttiness that kind of smells like cherries, then this is a great option. Next, we have another Middle Eastern fragrance. This scent is one that I think TikTok made me buy, or Instagram TikTok made me buy. I really want to do a video on that because there are so many scents in my collection that I bought due to social media like TikTok and stuff like that. This is one of them and it smells incredible. This smells amazing and I highly recommend getting your hands on it. This is Yara from Latafa. This fragrance, you guys, just get your nose on it, get your hands on it. I believe this retails for like 25 bucks, $30. Like, you cannot beat that. These Middle Eastern fragrances, these Arabian fragrances are really putting themselves on the map because not only are you getting a great bang for your buck, but you're getting an amazing fragrance as well. So you're smelling incredible for under $30. Like that to me is mind-blowing. So Yara is a sweet floral fragrance. You get some gourmand touches, you get some woodiness, you get a little bit of muskiness, but for me, what really stands out in this fragrance is the heliotrope, the vanilla. You also get some sandalwood, so it's kind of creamy, and you get some tropical fruits with some musk. So this fragrance is really pretty. It's kind of cozy and comforting for me. It smells like a tropical milkshake, which is nice, and I think that, you know, if you like something that's a little creamy, something that's a little bit more gourmand, you will really enjoy this fragrance, especially for like a date night or something like that. This is really nice. So one of the compliments that I got from an individual, I was at the park with my kids, met up with a friend, and one of her friends, it was a couple, the husband asked me what I was wearing, pulled up his Amazon and put this in his cart for his wife. And hopefully he bought this for his wife because he really enjoyed how it smelled. He said he could smell me outside in the park. Like, he smelled me all throughout the park. So this fragrance has a gorgeous sillage. The scent bubble is just beautiful, the projection incredible, and again, this is a fragrance that's under $30. Like, let's talk about value, let's talk about quality, let's talk about accessibility. Like, that's exactly what this fragrance is. So if you have not tried this, please do just add to cart if that sounds good. If you like fragrances like Si Fiori, you will really enjoy this fragrance. So this is Yara from Latafa. Now, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I keep going back and forth from more affordable fragrances to more expensive fragrances, and this next fragrance is a pretty penny, but when I tell you, this is one of the most feminine fragrances that I have in my collection. And when I say feminine, I mean feminine in a sophisticated way, feminine in a way that just exudes confidence, but also being poised and well groomed and just put together, like that clean girl aesthetic. That's what this scent is to me. This definitely gives me that vibe. I wear this fragrance whenever I'm wearing like a crisp white button down, still effortless, still pretty, still kind of natural, but really put together and just smelling like a bag of money. This is Valaya from Parfums de Marly. You guys, this fragrance is just one that I think every single woman should own, and I mean this wholeheartedly. We all need a sophisticated, fresh, you know, put together fragrance, a fragrance that reminds us of the color white. Everyone needs a fragrance like this. This is a fresh, slightly fruity fragrance. It's citrusy, it's woody, it's musky, it is gorgeous. This is so sophisticated to me, and it's so simple. It's not over the top. It's very easy to wear, but when I wear it, I feel like I need to look the part. I feel like I need to look like I have myself together. I'm not doing too much, I'm not trying too hard, but I need to be well groomed. I need to have my hair together. I need to have my crisp white button down. It cannot be dingy. It has to be crisp and white. Starch that thing if you have to, you know what I'm saying? This fragrance opens up with some white peach, you get some bergamot, and you get some mandarin. So you get those citruses, you get a little bit of that juiciness from the white peach, but to me the white peach adds freshness. It's not fruity to me. In the opening, it's mainly just citruses, but it's kind of like a very fresh citrusy opening. And then in the mid, that's where you get that orange flower. So the citrus is still maintaining its intensity throughout the mid. You also get some vetiver, so that kind of adds this like greenish, woody, earthy type of vibe. And then in the base, that's where you get that musk. You get some akagali wood. To me, this is a musk that I can get behind. Some musks kind of go animalic on me. It kind of smells like like pea, and I hate that. Like the cat pea musk is just not for me. That's a very animalic musk, and sometimes people find that to be sexy, but for me, I can't do it. I need a musk that's like fresh. But this fragrance, oh, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful. If you trust my nose, please save your coin if you have to, but get your nose on this. Get a sample. I'm not going to tell you to blind buy, but for me, this is very, very, very safe as a blind buy, especially if something fresh, clean, citrusy, musky sounds good to you, slightly woody. This fragrance is perfect. And y'all, Quentin Beige, he did his thing with this. He definitely did his thing with this. I really enjoy his nose, and he just comes with the fire every single time. Going back to another Arabian / Middle Eastern fragrance, you guys, they have had me in a chokehold. If you have not seen my Middle Eastern Arabic perfume video, I'll leave that up in the eye in the sky. But this scent here, you guys, gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. But this is Bright Peach from Maison Alhambra. Maison Alhambra is the sister company to Lattafa, so they're, you know, they're similar, but they're not the same. This fragrance is a sweet, juicy, fruity fragrance. You get a little bit of woodiness. You get a little bit, I say a little bit of a floral touch, but overall, this is just juicy, fruity, sweet, okay, woody. That's what this scent is. It's supposed to be inspired by bitter peach, but to me, they smell completely different. But I love this. I love this so much. This fragrance, wow, like, wow, more people need to talk about this. I decided to buy this fragrance when I saw Lulu's review. When she talked about this fragrance, she described it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get that because it's very affordable. I feel like this is the type of scent that if you're on a budget but you still want to smell good, these Middle Eastern Arabian fragrances are where it's at. I'm trying to tell you. So Bright Peach, of course, has peach. It also has some blood orange in here. You get some honey, you get some patchouli, and you also get a little bit of a boozy touch from some cognac. So this fragrance is beautiful. I really, really enjoy it. It wears amazingly, and you guys, I always get complimented whenever I wear this fragrance, especially when it's been on my skin for a while. That's when I really start to get the compliments. So this is Bright Peach from Maison Alhambra. Next, we have a scent from a house that's classic. The Pillar fragrance from this line is a classic. It's a classic, and I think that this is a fragrance that I'm probably going to keep in my collection forever because of how much I really love this scent. And this is Viktor & Ross Flowerbomb Ruby Orchid. This is a fragrance that garnishes compliments. This to me is just a sweet floral fruity scent. It's not too sweet, it's not too floral, it's not too vanillic, it's just perfect. This has orchid, this has some peach, and this has some bourbon vanilla. Very simple note breakdown, but I do get something a little bit like benzoin like. This reminds me of the perfect combination of the original Eau de Parfum Flowerbomb and Flowerbomb Nectar. Like if they had a baby, that's what this fragrance is. If you own Flowerbomb Nectar, or if you smelled Flowerbomb Nectar and you didn't like that gunpowder note that's in the top, you would love this fragrance. It's just like Flowerbomb Nectar, but without that. But this to me is just beautiful. I do believe there might be some benzoin in here, but it's not listed on the official website, so I can't say. But I do get something benzoin, like I do get something kind of resinous, but this does say that it has vanilla bourbon in it. So to me, vanilla bourbon kind of comes off boozy, but for me, it's not really a boozy fragrance. This scent is more like a benzoin, kind of resinous. It's a deeper, more interesting dry down. I mean, as you can tell, this is a 50 ml bottle, and I went nuts. I went crazy with this fragrance, and I really, really, really enjoy the scent. That's why I use it so much, because of how just beautiful it smells. I get complimented all the time when I wear it. It's just perfect. If you are looking for a fragrance that just smells good, this is a great option, but I think this is perfect for the summertime, and I don't hear many people talking about this scent anymore, so I find that this fragrance is unique on the designer side. It is more expensive, but it smells incredible. So this is a Flowerbomb Ruby Orchid from Viktor & Ross. Next, we have a fragrance that screams summer. This fragrance, wow, when I got it last year, I was like, yeah, this fragrance is where it's at. And this niche house is a Black owned niche house, so if you want to support other Black and brown creators, then this is a great house to start off with. And this is a 100 ml bottle, 3.4 fluid ounces for $125. $125. This is Oshun V from Imperial Fragrances. When I tell you, this scent is worth a lot more than $125. It smells so expensive, so delicious. You need this in your collection for the summertime. This is a fruity, floral, delicious bomb. It has a little creaminess. It has this tropical vibe. It is just everything a girl needs for the summertime. I am just head over heels by how great this smells, and this performs so beautifully. Like, it's not even funny how great this fragrance performs. I am so in love, and they only have 2 fragrances available right now, but I am so excited to see what else they have up their sleeve, because Oshun V, she continues to sell out for a reason. So this fragrance opens up with some exotic fruits and some plum blossom. To me, you get a blast of just delicious fruitiness, but what I get the most is the mango in the mid, that juicy, ripe mango. And then you get some frangipani along with some magnolia. So it's a fresh, but still tropical, floral vibe in the mid with that delicious mango that complements the top with the exotic fruits and that plum blossom. And then in the base, you get some delicious coconut milk, some vanilla, and some white woods. The woody notes are not too heavy at all. This fragrance stays light and fresh and delicious and fruity the whole life of the scent. This is the summer fragrance that you need. If you only had one summer fragrance, it should be this. Now, if you don't like mangoes, I can't help you there. But if you don't mind smelling like a delicious mango, then this is the way to go. And it's only $125. I get complimented every single time I wear this, whether it's family or strangers. Everyone enjoys this fragrance on me. So this is Oshun V from Imperial Fragrances. And please, if you have not already, check out this house, because this scent in particular is literally a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, hands down. And last but certainly not least, we have a fragrance that I have never talked about on my channel, but this is a fragrance that I continuously get complimented on, and I love it. Like, I really love how people just light up when they smell me and ask me what I'm wearing. Now, they don't light up when I show them the price, but it's just a beautiful scent, and this fragrance is perfect for a date night or a night out. This is just a very sexy scent to me, but it also is very feminine at the same time. It's powerful, but it's still feminine. So if that sounds good, then I think Empathy will be a great addition to your collection. Now, she is not cheap, but she smells amazing. This fragrance is a floral, fruity, woody fragrance. You also get a little bit of a resinous touch, so you get something a little balsamic. It's beautiful. This scent is just so unique, but it also is kind of aromatic at the same time. It's just beautiful. Like, this is the type of scent that I feel like people have to ask you what you're wearing, because it's that unique, but it's still approachable. This isn't too outlandish. It's not too unique to the point where people won't understand it, but it just smells very exotic. So this fragrance opens up with some raspberry flowers, some Davana, and some pear blossom. And then as the fragrance dries down, you get some raspberry along with some fruity tobacco. It's not a smoky tobacco. It's not an ashy tobacco. It's not a green tobacco. It's very sweet. It's more of a sticky tobacco, like a shisha. And then in the base, you get some moss. You also get some Indian oud along with some honey. I think the fir note in here, along with the benzoin and then the honey and the oud, it just really creates this beautiful earthy green type of sweetness. And then the moss also adds that earthiness, that green touch. It really becomes a unique type of scent. On me, it kind of goes like pine-like, but I think the fruitiness and the sweetness of the fragrance really allows the base to kind of do its own thing on your skin. So for me personally, I do get some of the oud, but really the raspberry sticks around more. So this to me kind of becomes more of like a fruity, slightly gourmand type of scent, but it still has this unique touch from that moss and the fir and, you know, the benzoin. So it really allows for the fragrance to do its own thing in a more woody, balsamic, aromatic green way. But it's not green like fresh cut grass. It's really hard to explain, but that's why I find this to be extremely unique, and I get complimented every single time that I wear this scent. So this is Empathy from the House of Oud. That's all I have for you guys today. What are some fragrances that are your most complimented for 2023? I did film this video like 2 years ago, and I didn't repeat any of the same ones because I do feel like different years, different seasons call for different fragrances that you're complimented more on because you wear them more often. These fragrances I've been wearing, you know, more often, and I have gotten numerous compliments on each one of these fragrances, and these are very, very beautiful scents. So with all that being said, if you are new to my channel, I do quiz you guys at the end of all of my videos just to see who's been rocking with me into the end or whatnot. And for today's video, I want you guys to leave me the sparkle emoji so that I know you guys made it into the end. I love you guys so much, and I will see you all in the next one.